What the? Welcome to the main event. This is True Ring News Network, your ringside access to WWE news and drama. Subscribe and let's rumble. After months of Liv Morgan throwing her full support behind Dominik Mysterio, reshaping her persona, taking on massive heat from fans, and even straining her relationships backstage and on screen, many expected Dominik to stand solidly beside her. Instead, the night delivered one of the most unexpected turns in recent memory, creating a ripple across social media and setting off a storm of reactions. The story that fans thought they understood suddenly changed direction, leaving everyone stunned at the sheer emotional weight of what took place. Liv Morgan's sacrifices come full circle. Liv Morgan's journey leading into this moment wasn't small or subtle. For months, fans watched her step deeper into a character transformation that turned her from a beloved underdog into one of the most polarizing figures in WWE. She aligned herself with Dominik, not just casually, but wholeheartedly, reshaping the trajectory of her career. The crowd may have booed her, but Liv embraced the heat, believing the bond she was building with Dominik meant something within their storyline world. She went all in, and the WWE Universe watched the consequences unfold week by week, especially as her connection with Dominik created tension with Rhea Ripley, one of the most dominant presences in the company. How Liv became a central piece of WWE drama. Liv's involvement in Dominik's story was more than a brief attraction. It became one of the defining storylines of the summer. Her presence created cracks in the once unbreakable partnership between Dominik and Rhea Ripley. Whether she intended to or not, Liv became the wedge that slowly separated two performers who had built a fan-favorite on-screen dynamic. And although this was all part of WWE storytelling, the emotional intensity was undeniable. Liv fully embraced her role as the catalyst, becoming a more layered, more complex version of herself on television. She gained enemies, supporters, and critics. But through it all, she stayed committed to the narrative, reinforcing the idea that her connection with Dominik held weight. The Raw segment that changed everything. When Liv stepped into the ring on Raw, she carried herself with confidence, the confidence of someone who believed her story was secure. She cut a promo discussing her recent momentum and upcoming challenges. And of course, she brought up Dominik as a source of support. It was classic heel bravado mixed with personal vulnerability, and fans expected Dominik to come out like he always did. But the moment he walked through the curtain, something felt different. His expression lacked the usual swagger, and the disconnect was obvious even before he reached the ring. Liv went to embrace him with genuine enthusiasm, but Dominik stood stiff and unresponsive, creating a tension that spread across the entire arena. Dominik Mysterio's cold reveal. As the crowd quieted, sensing something major approaching, Dominik finally picked up a microphone. What followed wasn't loud, over-the-top villainy. It was a calm, measured explanation that stung much harder. Dominik revealed that he had reached a breaking point and had made a major personal decision. Not only was he stepping away from Liv, but he had already filed for divorce earlier in the day in the storyline context. He explained his perspective, saying that their partnership no longer made sense for him and that he needed to focus on his own path as a singles competitor. While the words were part of WWE storytelling, Liv's reaction created an emotional depth that made the entire moment feel incredibly real. Her shock, confusion, and vulnerability radiated through the screen, turning what could have been a simple breakup angle into something heavier and more memorable. The return of Rhea Ripley. Just when fans thought the moment couldn't escalate further, the arena lights dropped, and when they rose again, Rhea Ripley was standing at the entrance ramp. Her presence alone created an immediate shift in the atmosphere. For months, her absence from the storyline had been a major source of speculation, and now her return was perfectly timed. Rhea didn't need to attack or speak to make an impact. Her mere appearance, combined with the expression on her face, suggested that this moment had been building behind the scenes for far longer than fans realized. When she joined Dominik in the ring, and the two acknowledged their renewed alliance, the message was loud and clear. Liv Morgan had been left out of a plan she didn't even know existed. Liv's emotional collapse. Liv remained in the ring, struggling to process everything. For a character who has been so bold, so strategic, and so unapologetically confident in recent months, this moment tore away every layer. Her reaction was quiet, subtle, and heartbreaking, offering a rare glimpse of vulnerability in a character typically fueled by chaos. The WWE Universe responded instantly. Even those who disliked Liv's actions in the storyline felt sympathy for her. It's moments like this, moments where wrestling blends performance, emotion, and character work, that remind fans why the mediums of sports and storytelling mesh so effectively in WWE. What this means for Dominik Mysterio. Dominik's action on screen now positions him as one of WWE's most compelling antagonists. His character isn't just mischievous or rebellious anymore. He has crossed into more complex territory. He's unpredictable. He's emotionally distant. He makes decisions that affect multiple storylines at once. And his renewed partnership with Rhea Ripley instantly shifts the dynamics of Monday Night Raw. Whatever fans may think of his actions, one thing is clear. Dominik is now at the center of some of the most emotionally charged storytelling WWE has produced this year. Liv Morgan's next chapter. For Liv Morgan, this betrayal could mark the beginning of a powerful turning point. She has the opportunity to shift away from the antagonistic persona she's been portraying and slide back into a fan-favorite role. Her heartbreak was so expressive and so believable that many fans already feel invested in seeing her rebuild. This could lead to new rivalries, redemption arcs, or even alliances with others who have been burned by Dominik or the Judgment Day. Whatever direction WWE chooses, Liv now has a storyline rooted deeply in emotion. Something that allows for long-term growth both in character and audience support. Rhea Ripley's new era, Rhea's return, signals more than just a reunion with Dominik. It marks the beginning of a new phase for her character, one built on strategy, confidence, and long-term planning. The way she handled Liv's downfall without speaking a word demonstrated an evolution in her persona. For months, fans had speculated when and how she would return to the spotlight. Now that she's back, she's positioned stronger than ever. And the women's division must prepare for the ripple effects her presence creates. The future of this storyline. What's most exciting about this moment is how many possible directions it could take. Liv could seek emotional redemption. She could pursue rivalry. She could forge new alliances or rediscover her earlier heroic voice. Dominik and Rhea could dominate Raw as a unified force. Other superstars may insert themselves into the unfolding drama. And fans will continue debating how much of this storyline reflects real-world themes about trust, betrayal, and rebuilding confidence after public heartbreak. This is exactly the kind of long-term storytelling that keeps WWE emotionally engaging.